Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the lounge. I hope everybody is doing good on this. Wow, I almost said Sunday because I'm used to that, but on this Monday evening, well, no, it's really not late. It's 8 o'clock. Actually, it's 8:02 to be exact. But with time change, it's gotten darker. Now it's like it gets dark early, but it really doesn't. It's still all the same, but that good old time change just kind of throws us off a little bit. I'm going to get the phone set up here so I can get the chat pulled up. All right. Bear with me. And I want to thank those of you that are here with us tonight. Just getting the chat pulled up so I can see everybody's with us. All right. Come on. There we go. There we go. Of course, I got to pause it so you guys don't hear my voice, so we don't have an echo. Who have we got tonight so far? Derek Scott, hello, and welcome. Izzy? Well, Izzy Bell, how are you? It's good to have you on the in the lounge tonight, as you always do. I've been seeing you showing up every time we're live, showing your support, and that means a lot. It really does. It means a whole lot. Let me try to scoot that way. There we go. But yeah, thank you, Isabel. I appreciate it. King Taco, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. It's good to see you guys. Shauna, good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good to have you here. Thank you so much for coming and showing your support. Hey, we got Brandy in the house tonight. Hello, Brandy. How are you? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Good to see that you guys are coming in and, helping to, show your care about this. And it means a lot to me. It really does, for, you guys to step in and say, well, this is something that needs to be known about. And the more people that are here, the better it's going to be known about. Jeff's in the house tonight. Jeff, how are you, partner? It's good to see you guys, man. It really is. I'm just going to wait a few minutes before we get before I get fully started and talking about bullying and all that stuff. Give more people a chance to get settled in, kick back, put your feet up, get you a drink or whatever it is. So if you're already in here and you don't want to miss anything that we do talk about, you got time to go grab you a drink or whatever it is you want to do real quick. Because I'm going to wait a couple minutes. It's 6 after right now, so we'll wait till 10 after, and then I'll dive into the actual conversation, speaking about bullying and all that stuff. So you got 4 minutes if you need to go do something. It had been raining like crazy here, guys. Like, my goodness. Well, I'm going to have to. Do I got anything left in my drink here? I hope. I went to Walmart tonight. I had to go get me another one of them there. Got me another selfie stick. That way I can put my phone on it. Because actually what I do, I actually make I make tripods with them for phones. So instead of, going on Amazon having to order a $30 or $40 tripod, I've got, there's ways to do it, which I've showed that before. Hold on one second. I need to shut my studio door. There we go. Let's see. Anyways, I went and got that. Oh, that ain't good, Derek. You might want to check that out, buddy. Hey, cutie. How are you? Good to see you in the house tonight. I'm just looking to see if anybody else has joined us yet. I'm going to send a message to... I'm going to send a message here to... let me see. All right, let's see. Tell Blue Wings we are live. Just sending Blue Wings a message letting her know.
Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent.
All right, there we go. Speaking of bullying and stuff, I forget where I was. I was somewhere the other day and they had a sign up doing something with, raising awareness about bullying and stuff. And I felt good when I seen that, because I was like, it just shows that when you think you're the only one doing it, in your area, next thing you know, there's other people doing the same. Well, not the same thing, because we're doing our stuff here on YouTube, but still it was a good thing to see, to see that other people out there, care about it as much as what we do, because it is a huge problem. It really is. And I just wish that more people would, see the true seriousness behind it and do more. And a lot of people don't realize that the most they got to do is just be supportive. I mean, that's the main thing, is just having that, that crowd of people that are there to say, hey, we see that this is a problem, so we're here to support it any way that we can. I think that's one of the things that, a lot of times people don't realize how easy it is for them to make a difference, because obviously think about it. If you've got 10 people, say, starting out, and then a month later, you've got 20 people, and then you see it continues to grow. And hopefully that's what we can do here as well. But it's, it's not easy. It's not easy. That's for sure. But we're going to continue to do what we're doing, whether we got 10 people or 50 people. We're going to do what we can and do our best to let it be known. Guys, the numbers that I looked at, it is sad. It is sad. I was talking to someone and we had a conversation, and I said, so, and I done knew the answer to this, by the way, but I said, tell me, do you think bullying has gotten worse or has it improved? And you're like, oh no, it's definitely gotten better. I was like, really? I said, can you tell me why you think that that's, you know, that it's that way? Why do you think it's gotten better? Or how you figure it's gotten better? And they said, well, I just don't see much on the news anymore about it. I'm like, well, just because you don't see it on the news, it doesn't mean it's not happening, right? Most of the time that it does happen, nobody knows about it. And I'm actually going to give you an exact number here. 70% of the time that a person gets bullied, no one knows about it. 70% of the time, no one even knows that person's being bullied. From 2016, now I know this is a little bit past, but from 2016 to 2017, the bullying epidemic has risen by 14.3% more in 2017 than it was in 2016. Ready for the other kicker? Since 2017 to 2018, there's been no change. No change. It was actually up by 2.8%. Now, 2.8, it don't sound like much, but really it is. You're talking maybe 100 kids that was bullied, badly bullied in 2017, or maybe even higher. It just depends on, there's so many different ways that they get their numbers. I don't necessarily know that the 14.3, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I'd say it's being pretty close to being accurate. But anyway, the person's like, hey, well, I don't see it on the news. We don't see bullying on the news all the time. How many times did this school wants to be put on the news for one of their students bullying somebody else? Not very often. Most of the time, the school will be like, no, we're not speaking to you. I mean, do your research on it. You'll see where schools turn down the news from, talking to anybody. Because they don't want that reputation. They want to make it look like everything's going wonderful when it's really not. They want to make it look like that kids aren't being picked on as bad as they used to be, but they are. Because schools are, they're not making any big changes to try to stop it. And I've said it before, and I think you guys agree with me. How is it going to stop if you don't make changes? I don't know why people's always scared to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, let's take out what's not working and let's change this or change that and let's make it work. You know what I mean? And I've talked about this before, and I could talk about it all night long, that schools need to be more, I'm not saying they don't care, but they need to treat this stuff more seriously than what they do. Not, well, that kid there is being bullied, so what we're going to do is recommend that kid get homeschooling. Let's take away the rest of that child's teenage life for school. Let's take away their social life. Let's take away their chance to learn life as it is. And let's put them in a sheltered life and take away everything on the outside. How does that fix it? The victim is just being punished even more. Well, you got bullied, so you're going to do homeschooling now. That needs to be changed around, don't it? Let's go talk to the bully. Let's figure out if we can help the bully. Let's go talk to the bully's parents. Let's figure out what the heck's going on with this side of the problem. So I don't know about you guys, but I think that the schools need to go back to the drawing board, take away what's not working, and put something new in. And if someone says, "Well, how do we know what's going to work?" Well, if you come up with a method or an idea, and the whole board agrees on it, put it on there, put it on the board, put it on the table, and say, "Let's try it. Let's see what happens." Can it be any worse? Can it be any worse from a kid committing suicide? Can it be any worse from a kid locking themselves up in their bedroom and never going to school again? No. You don't get any worse than that, do you? But again, we're just the small guys on the sidelines, and the what are the odds of anyone listening to our ideas? I don't know. But the more people that we get in, the more people that say, "Hey, we need to do something about this," then maybe they will consider. Let's say, you know what, that group, they're right. So, anybody that's with us tonight, does anybody got anything new going on with any type of where there's anything that we might be able to do to help you, or maybe your child's in school and your child is going through being bullied. If there's anything going on like that, please feel free to email me, LoungingWithJohn@gmail.com. If you've got a story you would like to share, if you'd like to come on to the panel, if you need support with something else, just know that we're here and we're going to do what we can to help you. Maybe you need some resources. If that's the case, contact us. We'll do our best to reach in and help as much as possible. But the main thing is that people need to realize that you're not alone, and if you're going through something, you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to fight it alone. You can get that support. It's here, but we can't offer it unless we know someone needs it. So I'm going to check the chat board again, see what's going on here. I'm going to look at your message, Shauna. Shauna said, I tried for, okay. What, Shauna, what did, maybe next week we're going to, maybe if you want, you could come on and talk more about this. Did the school shy you away when you went at them to try to speak to them about this, when you said you was trying to talk to the bully's parents and stuff like that? Did the school not even attempt to communicate with the bully, as far as maybe trying to see, maybe there's something going on with the bully themselves? Because, most of the time there's problems there that people don't realize. But it's just a shame that the schools just shy you away like that and don't want to, like I said in the beginning, schools do not want to take responsibility when it comes down to someone in their school bullying. Right? Take a look at the shooting that occurred in Florida with I forget his first name. I think last name's Cruz, right? His brother, I forget what state he's in now, but he started up an organization for bullying, because there's a lot of people saying the reason all that happened was because of bullying. It's a serious serious deal. Just looking at the chat again. So the new school, and he is doing awesome now. That is good to hear. So I think we all need to give Shauna an applause for that, because that's always good to hear good results like that. Because again, don't get me wrong, there are schools that do care, that really honestly, truly care about your child's education and your child's well-being, their health, everything. There are outstanding schools that will fully take responsibility for your child and help with everything they can. Being bullied, that is included. I think that the more people see people opening these support groups and organizations being put together, I think that honestly does help, because the more options that can be put out there, the better, I think. I seen some bullying when I was in school, but if someone was to ask me if bullying is, since I've been in school a long time ago, over 20 years ago, compared then to now, it's definitely way worse now than what it was back then. It happened. The bullying was there, but it was not as bad as it is now. And that's sad. It really is. What I want to do before I go tonight, which I'm not leaving yet, but before I do, I would like to try to get some new voices on the panel for next week. So maybe maybe your child's not being bullied at all, but maybe you would like to voice your opinion. Let's get some new voices up here. Let's get some new faces on the camera. Let's get some new ideas put out there. I can only say so much, but the more that can come up here on panel with me and join me on this huge epidemic that is going on with bullying, the better. Now, what I'm willing to do next week, if I can get it put together, instead of having just one person, I'd like to do a 5-panel and get 4 other people up on panel, and let's talk about it. Let's get other voices out there talking about it. So if you'd like to be a part of that, email me, LoungingWithJohn@gmail.com. Teachers that walk him to the class, but he refused it because he said if he did that, he would be more made fun of. And I could see that. I could see how that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work, because it would cause him to say, oh, now look, teacher's pet, blah, 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 which isn't true, but unfortunately he's right. That's exactly what would happen. Definitely is what would happen. Yeah, Isabel. Maybe if Isabel is newer to the crowd. So Isabel, if you would like to join us next week, you're more than welcome to join us. And just so people know, maybe you don't want to show your face, maybe you're shy, then we'll just put you on there and you can turn off your camera. What's up, buddy? Hey, come here. Hey, boy. Anyways, before I go, which I've got to. I know it's not a long. We didn't do a long one tonight, but before I do, I need you guys to take that email down, write it down, and think about coming on panel next week. I'm going to put together some more material so we can have a longer, a longer live stream next week covering this stuff. I don't have any new stuff on it, and that's the problem. But I still come on, we talk about it, and it, it puts the word out there. Make sure you guys send the email if you'd like to come on. Shauna, Cutie, Isabel, obviously Blue Wings, which I don't know where she is. Derek, if you wanted to, Jeff, if you wanted to, there's all kinds of you that I can think of that could possibly come on if they wanted. Mom, if you wanted to, King Taco, you could. There's just all kinds of you. So Shauna, you could come on.
It's me, bud. You're good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I'm going to, because after I end this, I got to go get me some something to drink. I got to take a road trip.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
But and the thing is bullying. Hopefully, I got a little man here, my niece's son. Hopefully, he never goes through that when he goes to school. But I think that it's also about will you stand up for yourself, and do you have that energy to do that? Because you do see some kids that people will try to bully them, but then they stand up to them, and then it stops. But unfortunately, everybody don't do that. Everybody can't do that. So what do you do other than try to get them help and hope that it doesn't get as bad as what we've seen? And you guys know, some of you parents out there, you've been through it. And those that haven't, I've shared some pretty awful stuff with bullying since we started this. And I believe the worst one yet that I've shared was when we watched the one video with, the mother. If she would have got home 30 minutes sooner, she wouldn't have lost her son. But because of being picked on, that's what it leads to. That's what it can come down to. And if it doesn't come down to that, then it comes down to depression. If it doesn't come down to depression, it comes down to just messing somebody up, So, anyways, you guys email me, LoungingWithJohn@gmail.com. Let me know if you're going to come on. Hopefully you will, because I need to get a panel put together, and I need to get it set up before, so it's not the last second. Anyways, guys. Sorry about that. I'm going to get out of here. Guys, please email me. And if you can, find some materials that maybe you want to talk about when you come on. All right. And we'll talk about it. And remember, if any of you are out there and you don't know what to do, you're not alone. If you'd like to come on and speak about what you're going through, you're welcome to do that. This is for you guys, those that are going through things. Hold on one second, guys. Touch, you're going to shut that door right there. Guys, I am really sorry about this. You guys can, come on and vent. And I'm not saying that it just needs to be for people to vent or whatever, but being able to speak and get that stuff off your chest, it does help. So that's why I do it. to try to make other people feel better about things instead of feeling like they're alone. And also remember, this isn't just for bullying. It's also for those of you that might feel alone or left out, or that's going through things and you just need a friend. That's what we're here for. I don't judge you. If you do drugs, that is your life. That is your choice. It doesn't cause me to hate you. Or maybe you've done drugs and now you're off of it, but you're having a hell of a time getting through it. That's why we're here. That is why we're here. To make you feel better about who you are. To help you feel better about whatever it is you might be going through. This isn't about how many views we can get. This isn't about how many people is going to subscribe because of us doing it. It's about helping you and helping your child. That's what it's about. So email me, loungingwithjohn@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to come on panel. I need like 5 people. All right. So you guys let me know. Hopefully I can get some of you guys to come on. Cutie, Shauna, Izzy, Jeff, Derek. I'm missing names. Hold on. Let me find it. Invisible Woman. Bullies are in school, on school bus, and on YouTube. And you know what? You're right. There are a lot of bullies on YouTube. That's why I did that video of about drama, how to avoid drama on YouTube, because there are things you can do that does help. But the main point is, this is the channel where you can come and you can talk about whatever it is you're going through. You want to call somebody out for pushing you around? I'm not going to tell you that you can't do it. I'm not going to have you come on and say their name or anything, but you can come on and you can talk about what you're going through and let it be known. And to be honest, if you ask me, and the reason I say I'm not going to let anybody say names because of policy, I don't want to make it look like we're bullying too. So if I let someone come on and be like, hey, Tom, you're a piece of you know what, and you're doing this and doing that, they're going to say, you know what, you're bullying that person. We don't want that. But you want to vent? Come on and vent. You want to tell your story? Come and let it be known. This is your stage. It's for you. I'm just a guy that opens it up. That's it. I'm just a guy over on the sideline watching and moderating. All right. But that's what it's for. And we'll be back next Sunday. Remember, it's usually on Sunday at 8 o'clock, but I've got a lot of stuff going on with college, and I had to take care of some other stuff. And I'd like to see these numbers really rise. I would. Not because of views, but because of people that we could be helping. So, sometimes we got 15. I usually see about 10 to 15 people that join this. I like to see that go up. But a lot of people might not know about us. The only way they're going to know is by sharing. So click on the share button tonight when we get done. Share it. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Instagram. Put it on wherever. Put it. Maybe you got a YouTube channel. Share it on your YouTube channel. I'm 100% okay with you sharing this, even downloading the stream and replaying it on your channel. I'm okay with that too. So if that's something you want to do, go for it. If you're not able, because you got to have so many subscribers before you can give another channel credit and all that, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just put Lounging with John in the description or whatever. Share this on YouTube. Like I said, sharing is a big deal, guys. A big deal. And even if you do it once a day, the difference that would make if you just took time, click on share, put it on Facebook and put it on Twitter, just because it could get us, 5 new faces in here that are going through something. Not only that, we could be saving somebody's life. It's pretty bad because every minute, somebody's committing suicide or attempting to commit suicide for being bullied. Do you imagine that? Every minute. As we're talking right now, somebody has had so much bullying in their life, they're wanting to take it away. It's sad. It really is. So I love every one of you guys. I appreciate every one of you. Be sure to hit the thumbs up for us, will you? I know we got some haters out there that like to hit the thumbs down just because they do it just to try to get on our nerves, but it's not going to work. But hit that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. It does make a difference. And also be sure to share. All right. And I'll talk to you guys here real soon. I appreciate every one of you for being here tonight, showing your support. Usually we'll, instead of half an hour, we'd run for an hour, but the content that I got to put together is, I'm not finished with it, but I've got some good stuff coming up next week. I've got a couple videos we're going to watch, and I got a couple stories that I'm going to share. I'm just waiting on the emails from the people to send it. And yeah, so you guys have a good one. Appreciate every one of you, and I'll talk to you here real soon. Thank you guys.